Hello, everyone.
Howdy.
It's William and Andrew here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you're having a great day. Um, Sorry we're a little bit late. I saw numbers going up and down. We had more people here earlier, so hopefully they'll come back. Our friend Susie, our neighbor, is here. Hello, Susie. Did you get downtown today at all? Did you go exploring? Today is Fort Ligonier Days, the start of Fort Ligonier Days here in Ligonier. And normally this is a time when we had our store here, it gets crazy busy. But we're kind of enjoying it from the outskirts today. I'm hoping maybe to get up a little early and go down, walk around town tomorrow, because that's one thing when we had our store here, we never, ever, ever got to do was actually just like walk around and see all the craft booths and all the things happening in town. So hopefully before I go up in the morning, I can do that. We'll see. Suzanne is also here. Hello, Suzanne. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Thank you all for hanging out and joining us tonight. Figured it's going to be a nice night to hang out and look at some fun new stuff. It's a nice Friday here. The weather is getting chilly though. I don't know about where you're at. It's 53 degrees. It's supposed to go down into the 30s tonight. That's a little bit wild. Or maybe that was last night. I guess it's only supposed to go down into the 40s tonight. Last night was the 30s. So 40s tonight. So it's getting a little bit chilly. Kim is here. Susan is here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in. We've had a wild day. It's like I feel whiplashed. We went, we had to get up early and head over to get our passport photos taken and get our passport information sent in. You can print the forms online, but you got to take them to a center, a passport center, to get them signed. Or to sign them, they have to, do you say all this is true and all that stuff. And you can now take your own passport photos, which is a big change from when I first got my passport a long time ago. But they say that oftentimes they get them and they don't accept them because they're not quite right. So we just found a post office near us in a neighboring town that does all that for you. So we filled out all the paperwork and printed that out and got things ready. And then we were heading over to there this morning, but we had to leave extra early because of all the stuff going on in town.
It goes through town to go
Yes.
to Latrobe.
Yes. So we had to go through town, through all the detours to get out of town.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. It was actually less than I thought it was going to be. I think just because of the time that we left. And so we got that done. Which
Where's the flashlight?
This one?
And to see if any of the things glow.
None of that. And since it's getting chilly here, but I got my new William mug today so I can have a warm drink. I love it. Oh, good. I'm glad it arrived okay. That's awesome. Hopefully everything else in that package arrived okay for you. Susan says, I did the renewal passport work online, but got a photo done at Kinko's. Yeah, my passport is so old that I could not actually do the renewal. So, because I didn't get it renewed when it expired, I never kept it up. So mine was so old that I had to treat it like new. And so that was fine because Andrew's is also new. He's never had one. So, yeah, we got that done together. And then, what else did we do? I came home and went to the store. That's what I did. I dropped Andrew off back at home after that. And then I went up to the store. I was at the store all day. I haven't even gotten to talk to Andrew about the store today. We had two women come in, young women come in, and one of them had a bracelet that had broken, and really it's just that the jump rings came apart. So they asked if I could fix it, so I fixed that for them. And another one of our friends stopped in, and we chatted for a while, which was nice. And then I met the neighbors next door,
Which neighbors?
the blue house, the duplex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, new people from out of town,
Did they buy it
from
or they
Virginia.
renting?
They bought it. They are going to live in one side and rent out the other.
Hmm.
And they are doing major work on it. They were roofers there today, and they had
Yeah.
lots of stuff happening to the house today. I stopped over to see if there were any cakes over at Jada's, and they were eating there. So he said, "This is your neighbors now." And then they came over to the store and said hi. So, and
That's kinda cool.
I told them about Fort Ligonier days, and
How did they get the house?
I don't know, they weren't super open about everything.
Okay.
Like they seemed a little private for now, because I think they're new to everything here, but they are from Virginia. She is originally from Long Island.
They're just like Johnstown.
And they said things were inexpensive and they were looking for a quieter life, and that's all they've said.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's all they've said. But they're doing lots of work on the house. They said they're going to live there and rent out part of it, the other half. So
Well, good for them.
yeah. And yeah, so
We found out yesterday that the house next to the cottage may be up soon.
Yep.
So all my dreaming of having a house next to the cottage I don't know.
Maybe.
It depends. They said that they were fixing up the house so that they could sell it. And I was like, don't fix it up too much.
Right. I know.
Don't fix it up so we can't afford
So we
it.
can't, yeah, it's out of our price range then. Sue says, I knew they were picky about photos. Yeah, the people there, they told me that a lot of times people do their own photos or they do them at other places and they have to reject them. So that's why we were glad we just went there and had our photos done. And there was someone in line in front of us who had 4 kids
Baby,
and some
little
small
kids.
babies. And
And
the
the
one
baby was not into
was
it.
not into having their photo. They you could hear them crying in the back.
Like the baby was fine when they were like in line,
Yeah,
and then they went back there to get the photo, and they did not want it.
did not
Not
at
at
all.
all.
So yeah, so that was, and they had to,
Somebody came in
they-
to try to. One of the helpers tried to go in and like had a little toy.
and they had a little toy bunny, and they literally said no. They were like, they were not having it. So we
It took way longer than we thought it would.
yeah, and it took longer than they thought it would, but it really didn't take too long.
It wasn't bad.
The whole thing was about 50 minutes, and it was supposed to be 30.
It would have been probably like 10 minutes
It probably would have been 10 minutes if
if we didn't have to wait
yeah.
so much for the
Yeah.
family.
Susie's here. Hello, Susie. Ann says the package was on my porch in a bag. Never a good sign. It came damaged from the post office, but doesn't appear anything is actually damaged. The package is just all wet on the bottom. Weird. That's very weird. Well, I'm glad everything's in there. I tried to tape it up really well so that that's what I always do. I try and tape things really well so that if they do get wet and they start deteriorating, at least there's
The cardboard doesn't fall apart.
yeah, if the cardboard does fall apart, it's not very far. Like there's tape to block the rest of it falling apart. So hopefully I did that well enough for your package.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it at least came okay.
We've been lucky that hardly any packages, knock on.
I know. I was talking about that yesterday.
Damaged at all.
I know. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us. Other Susan, Susie.
We've had more issues with things arriving to us.
Yeah.
But
Susan says, mine looks like a mugshot. I think he said I couldn't smile. You can't smile with your teeth, apparently, but you can smile like that. I smiled maybe a little bit, but not too much. Ava's here. Hello, Ava.
Oh, we were gonna think about go visit you for the weekend, but we had to do taxes.
Yeah, I cannot leave. I have to get stuff done this
I may
weekend.
go. No,
Andrew just up and goes. So
Bye.
unfortunately, we cannot meet with you up there.
But me.
um, Anne says that was the saving grace. The bottom was all taped, so thank you. Every time I think this package couldn't be as delightful as the last, it is.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
good,
I'm
good,
glad we
good.
found some nice treasures.
Ava says I'm in Providence. She says next time.
Not too far, and we have a sculpture to drop off in Providence.
We do have something to drop off. I just cannot go.
It's in the back of the minivan.
Yes, both of them.
Mhm.
We have two things. Susan says, my real ID is the worst one I've ever taken.
Mine, my face looks so round.
Apparently, I look young in mine. Andrew looked at it today and
He
he's
said,
like,
"Is that the old
is that the picture you've had for a long time? I'm like, no, they retake my picture. For somehow Andrew can go online and he can just like click through and it renews and he gets to use his picture over again. I have never in the
They
history
made me to take it this
last time, but I've never in the history of getting my license been able to do that. I've always had to go in and get my picture retaken.
Well, it's the filters are for white people because it blowed out the yellow of my skin, and I look like I'm like a glowing sun on mine. That like, and I swallowed the sun.
It is true. They definitely, I think, filter in this area for white people. And Andrew looks very yellow in his driver's license photo.
Jaundiced.
Yeah.
And whatever, cool.
They need
I don't care.
need more diversity in their filtering.
Whatever.
And Susan says, Annie, make me anxious to get my next package. They are so fun to receive.
Well, good.
We hope so.
I at first I thought when people say anxious, it's
Yeah,
usually
worried. I know.
but excited
Yes.
is
I'm not used to
different.
seeing anxious used as excited.
Was filled with anticipation.
Right. Yeah. Because I just think of anxiety. And that's not exciting. But
So we got that done. That's good that we got that all settled.
yeah.
I'm glad we could get it done and hopefully in time.
Hopefully. Yeah, they didn't seem like she didn't seem worried about us getting it back in time.
No, she said it would be like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's
The website says 2 to 3 weeks, and we're getting it expeditiously sent back to us.
I got nervous a little bit because they took my birth certificate.
Yeah. He didn't realize they take them.
She's like stapling it and stuff. And was like,
it's hanging up by a thread. His birth certificate looks like it's been around.
And it has. I mean, it's been.
I sent for a new one because mine is lost somewhere in the house, or the cottage, or
Was at the cottage.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Mine used to be in this filing cabinet until we got married, and then I have no idea what I did with it. It's in an envelope with my social security card somewhere, most likely somewhere in this house.
We'll find it.
We'll find it someday. But I just needed the birth certificate, so I sent for a new one, and they put that on a rocket ship. Thankfully, I had all the correct details, I guess, because they said it could take up to 3 weeks to get back, and I think I got it back in 2 days. So,
And apparently, my sister and brother don't know where either of our parents.
nobody knows where his parents were actually born. So we're hoping his.
I mean, we're going by my birth certificate, so
Yeah.
that's what that is.
So if they check the information, it should all match. Yeah, because they don't actually know exactly
I
where.
would hope that my parents knew where they were born when they filled out
the birth certificate, right?
So we'll see.
Yeah. So hopefully that all works out. We don't have
Sure.
any issues. Susan says, sorry, I'm in it as excited. I'm filled with anticipation.
Okay.
Ava says, in California, I think every 5 years you have to get a new photo. We have to renew our licenses every 4. And sometimes I guess they let you reuse the old photo, which I didn't know.
Well, this one, the passport photo looked all right. Mine, I thought it looked fine.
Yeah. Mine, I had my wild hair, but other than that, it's fine.
Well, you
gotta-
do it.
Gonna get a facelift, but I'm feeling the wrinkles in my face these
How
days.
about to start with wrinkle cream first
Before going in for surgery. How about just losing a little bit of weight so I pull out some of that?
because see, with the fat helps
Oh, you
stretch it out.
it stretches it
It
nice,
makes it look you look younger.
but
That's what I learned.
just like that much.
If you get that's called you run around the block and it'll pull it.
just like that.
What are you doing?
that.
That looks slightly racist.
Anne says I have to send for a new birth certificate, but it's turned into a multi-factor situation. Oh boy. I was lucky. I filled it out online. Pennsylvania made it easy. I went to the website. I filled it out online. I must have put all the right exact information in because it was back to me within like 3 days.
That's good.
Yeah, I was very happy about that because I was worried. Susan says I had to get a new copy of my birth certificate from my state because the one my mother gave me was actually a copy, although it does have a raised seal. That's wild. Never heard that. I mean, mine's a copy with a raised seal now, but my original is somewhere. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you here. I feel like I haven't seen you in not seen you in a few days?
We've all been busy.
Yeah. It's been a whirlwind.
Welcome to the time warp.
It's been a whirlwind, y'all. So today we have new stuff for you.
Some more new stuff.
More new stuff.
So there's some buttons, there's some pendants, there's more vintage German and vintage Czech glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think next week we'll start with the trunk show with Priscilla, then the show with Harry,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Javanese glass.
Javanese glass.
Because I was gonna say maybe if you had time over the weekend to put it on the D-Stash page, but you're gonna be busy.
I'm gonna be very busy.
And I'm probably gonna go to Providence.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could put it on the D-Stash page.
Busy driving.
Sandra says I wasn't there yesterday, but I'm here today. I thought I missed you yesterday. It was mostly the Williams show yesterday.
And it's gonna be mostly the Williams show tonight.
Andrew's working on some art.
I'm trying to make money for so there's a group called the Plumier. I'm probably saying this wrong. It might be Plumier. I don't know. It's I'm gonna say Plumier because it sounds fancy. The Plumier Foundation, and they just purchased, I think within this year, they purchased a building where they're having workshops, and it's about less than 40 minutes away from our house, which is mind-boggling. That I guess it's not that wild of a thing.
No, because CMA has famous people coming up there.
But they're bringing all these famous people that, like, I've been dreaming of taking workshops with them, and I was like, how am I? And a lot of them are like, they work for Tiffany's and they work for, they don't teach. So they'll do like a comment, they'll talk every once in a while, but it's not a usual thing. So to be able to learn from them is an incredible
opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. So I'm gonna try to hustle and make some artwork to.
Because that's what, next weekend?
That's next weekend. So gotta do that.
Gotta do it. And I have the witches thing next weekend.
They said that you can come for as much as you want to come as my +1.
That's good.
But
because the witches thing is only like 3 hours or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or 2 hours. It's very short, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a big thing. At least that's what I was told. We'll see if it's changed.
Field?
Yes, apparently.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, it's some short thing, I guess. So I'll be doing that one of the days, but maybe I'll be able to go. I don't know. Might be able to run up and meet you. Who knows? But yeah, so we're gonna do buttons today. We're gonna do pendants today. How much are these buttons, Andrew, before you leave us?
On the back.
And that's the, hold on, everybody. Sorry, everybody. Talking.
Secret.
Secrets.
No, and telling him how to price stuff.
Yeah. Because he normally does the pricing for these buttons because they're a little bit different than some of the other stuff. So I want to make sure I
think
get
you
that
like
right. These are really pretty buttons. So we're going to start with some of the buttons, I think, today, and then we're going to do maybe some of the pendants, the stone pendants.
Y'all like
We
that.
opened another bag of stone pendants today. Some of them are very similar to ones we've done before, but we're going to do like we did yesterday with the 1 through 10, and you choose the ones you want. And if people decide not to choose many, then we'll move on to strands. That'll be the sign. Because I don't know if you're all done with pendants, or if you want more of the very inexpensive, cheap but good quality pendants that we're doing. Because really they are like, if you get a chance, you should be buying these up, really, but you may have hit your fill for those of you who like this kind of thing. And I know Suzanne is here. I did get your email, but not until just before this live, Suzanne. So you had emailed about one of these pendants. I will pull it for you, so it's not going to show up today. So no one can get it out from under you or anything. And I do have an email from somebody that I did not get to yet today.
For invoicing or picking?
For invoicing, because they sent it early today, and I've not been in my email yet, other than just before this live. So I will invoice you for those if you're watching tonight with this stuff. All right, did I make papers? I don't have papers. Do I have papers? Here's papers. This is not enough paper.
Well, I don't know.
Can you bring me up paper, please? Or I can run down and get it. I don't want you running up and down the stairs so much.
I can do it in a little bit.
Okay, I won't need them right away. Or I can just run down. Either way.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I got stuff to do.
Go do your work. What are you doing?
I got a couple pieces done. I'm debating. So I did a series last year where I did a colorful background, and then the creatures were in like a light color, in pencil basically. And I don't know if I should add color to these or leave it, because it kind of goes with the last thing if I don't add a bunch of color. And I kind of want it to look like I'm not completely schizophrenic.
I think the backgrounds on these are so colorful, the ones you've done so far, that I think more color in the creatures is going to be too
They'll
much.
disappear.
They'll disappear.
Okay.
That's what I think, but that's just my opinion.
I may do a light wash on some of them.
If it was like, a wash of just a single color,
We'll see.
but
We'll see.
usually when I say something, he ends up doing the opposite. So we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
We'll see what happens. Did your passport pics come out well? Yeah, I think so. Like I said, my hair is wild right now. I had hoped to get a haircut before it, because from my passport to from what I'm going to look like going to Italy, I don't know if I'm going to look the same, but we'll see. But otherwise, yeah. And I think Andrew was happy with his too, so that's a good thing. They gave us a copy of the picture too. I would show you, but it's down in my bag. But it looks like this, pretty much. No, it doesn't look like that. So let's flip the camera around here and let's see what we've got for you all tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I have to figure out what I'm doing. Every stand we have is like different, and I forget from one day to the next. Let's raise this up. Let's flip this camera around. There we go. Let's turn on our lights. Let's aim our lights a little bit down so they're not hitting me in the face. Thank you.
You're welcome. You need sunglasses.
I know. I'm going to be wearing my sunglasses at midnight. All right. That's some paper. Put that up there. Oh, why, hello, baby.
Snatch it.
Hello,
I don't
sweetheart.
like this darting out.
I know. You're going to get in trouble darting around. Let me give you hugs.
You don't give hugs when you do.
That's Ida Bell, everybody. She just wanted to say hi to everybody. Okay. Let's see here. What code? I'm gonna see what code. How about HFL lots? Happy Friday Live. Suzanne says, hi, IBD. Ava says, William, I got notice today that my iPhone has shipped. So excited. That's awesome. We've been doing the runaround trying to get Andrew a phone. And I think we have been successful. I think his is going to ship, but it's going to take a while. You're going to love it, Ava. I love mine. I'm using it right now. I can't remember if you said you got the big one or the smaller one, but they're both very nice. I love my new phone, I have to say. It's, it feels like it shouldn't be that big of a difference, really. But I don't know. There's just something about it, right? Every once in a while, getting a little something new for yourself. Especially when it doesn't cost you anything, right? Pretty much. Let's see. HFL1. So here is your lot numbers for tonight. If you'd like to purchase anything from this video, take down this lot number, HFL1, on the slip of paper. I'll have the price here per each, and if there's a number in this corner, that's how many total at that price we have available for you. Most things are going to be individual, so it'll be priced per each. Send this lot number, in an email to us at info@allegorygallery.com. It's up here. It's also scrolling down here. info@allegorygallery.com. If you'd like more than one, you can put HFL times 2, for example. That'll get you 2 of them. It is first come, first serve. When you send an email, please send a brand new email every time. Do not reply to an old email to send a new one. That groups things in our inbox. And we don't see any of your claims until the very last claim you make, because it grouped everything under the very last one if you do that. And that is how you lose out on everything, really, or almost everything. And that's it. Other than, oh yeah, if you send us an email, you're promising to take it if you get it, right? First come, first serve. If you get it, you're promising to pay for it when we send you the invoice at the end of the night. We send our invoices via Square. All right. Now, for tonight's everything, we are giving you 10% off the prices shown. We are giving you prices from the 90s in some cases. In some cases, possibly older prices. These are all old prices. They will go up. So here it is, right? They will go up. This live, you're getting the good prices. Our live viewers get the good prices. We will be passing these things through the DStash group on our Facebook group. So our DStash Facebook group, will be putting items in there for sale at these good prices. And then after that, if we've got to put them in the online store or bring them to the physical store, they will go up to what they should be modern day prices. All right, modern day prices. So you're getting not only great prices, but you are getting 10% off. Now, if you're like, I don't need 10% off, I want you as a small business to have all of the money, since you're giving me great prices anyway, you can opt out. So just send us an email if you'd like to opt out of the 10% tonight, but please do not feel that you have to. If you need to save that 10% and that saving that 10% is going to let you buy more things, by all means, take the 10% discount. You're going to get it automatically unless you opt out. All right. I've already got a few emails of people opting out. Thank you so much. But like I said, don't feel bad if you want to take the discount. That's why we're offering it. Okay. Hello, Diane. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate having you all here. So today we are going to start with check glass buttons. And let's see here. These are all in little baggies. Can I take them out of the baggie? How are they in the baggies? Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this next button. So that's where I put the 5 in the corner. So you know I have 5 of them available. These are going to be $8 each. And I don't always put the each there. Just know that whenever I show you things, it's per item, per each. All right. And this is HFL1. This beautiful button, this is a glass shank, self-shanked, I believe Andrew said is what they call that when it's made of the glass itself. And it has this beautiful butterfly design in there. And it's this beautiful bright green. I love that green. This is a 27 millimeter button, HFL1. There are 5 of them available. They are $8 each. Beautiful, beautiful button. Okay. HFL2. Ava says, love the kiwi green. Me too. I am loving it. Okay, this is a $7 button. There's only one of them available. Oh, and Ava says you got the big one. Good. You're gonna love it. I love it. I got a really nice case too. A lot of cases, even the Apple case hides a lot of the orange phone. Some of the cases, the Apple one hides the back. Some other cases I was looking at have a black ring around the outside of the phone. So my family did some searching, and it was actually, I think, my aunt who found a good company that makes a nice case. And it doesn't hide any of the color. It's orange all around. It's a nice clear case. And it gets good reviews. So if you're interested in that, I was going to go case free, but then I was like, I'm not that bold yet. Next up, one of these only available. This black and silver dragonfly. This is a metal shanked button. Vintage check. Only one of this one available. And this is 18 millimeters. Ava says, I might just go case free. I went case free for like the first 4 days I had my phone because I was waiting for the case to arrive and I really liked it. I'm just not, if I get a little scratch on it, I get a little bit upset at myself. So I I know you went case free in your other one, and you know, I don't know. I get that weirdness about having a scratch or something on my phone, but I kind of wanted to. But this case, it's so light and it's full clear, pretty much except for the magnet thing on the back, which is white, that I don't feel too bad using it. Someone's getting a treat with that dragonfly button, says Anne. I know, right? It's a really pretty button. One of them available. HFL3. And let's see what's next. Ooh. We've sold one of the HFL ones. Thank you so much. This is HFL3. I've got 3 of them. They're $16 a button. And talk about a treat. Check out that dragonfly button. Metal shanked. Beautiful. Look at that clear glass, that kind of frosty. Oh, it's so pretty. I just like look at the design of the clear portion of the glass. So up here it's like textured, but then down here it has these beautiful, it reminds me of the edge of like a quarter, those little, those little, I don't know, bumps. That's not a great word for it. Ridges, I don't know what you want to call it. But how they go around, like there's just so much texture in the glass itself, and then you've got that beautiful design of the dragonfly, but it all comes together to give you such a pretty button. And this is a pretty large button, hence the higher price on it. But this is 30 millimeters, metal shanked, which a lot of people seem to prefer the metal shanks. Metal shanked button, and just such an intricate, beautiful design. Like you can see kind of the gold color on here on the back of it to come through and give you that little bit in the background underneath this glass. So pretty. HFL 3 of them only available, $16 each. Sometimes I talk a lot about stuff and I'm like, I don't probably have to talk as much as I do about things. Y'all can see how pretty these are, but sometimes I feel like I need to talk. Sometimes I just want to talk about them, right? They're so pretty. When you notice things like that. All right, here's another one. And I have two of these. They're $11 each. The beautiful pink glass. Again, this texture glass on the inside. You've got the ridges going around here. This time it's in the opaque glass with the hand-painted dragonfly, which is in really good detail. There's really good detail on that. And yeah, I've only got two of these, and they're both beautifully detailed. And for the age, surprisingly, they haven't been scuffed off or, um, they're still very vibrant in their painting. And it is a metal shank as well. And this is 31 millimeters. Did I say HFL 2 is sold? So 2 is sold out. Let me find a bag. This is going to be the. Oh, I have bags, kind of. These came in bags, but I think I need bigger bags. Um, let's see. This is this one. This one's sold out. Ava says the detail shows up better in the opaque glass. Yeah, it does. So that's exactly right. I think the detail shows up better in the opaque, but I think there's like the effect of having it on this one, you don't see right away um what makes this so beautiful until like maybe you really look closely, or you see in this one the detail. They're exactly the same detail, just in the different glasses. So this one kind of, you have to like, it's a beautiful button and it's a beautiful button, but you're like, why is it so beautiful? What is going on? And then when you realize all these things in this one that you can more easily see is what makes this one so beautiful with that transparent glass. Super beautiful buttons. Now I know we've done a lot of buttons lately, so um, I don't know how many of these we're going to sell because we have done so many buttons. Maybe you're all tired of buttons. I don't know. Maybe you don't really want buttons. We should have maybe asked you if you wanted buttons today. But we have them, so we're going to show them to you at some point. So we may as well show them to you now. Susan says these check buttons are magnificent. I have really come to appreciate the artistry of check glass, right? Ava says the green has the gold foil on the back, which creates a glow. Yeah, that's that there. And then it gives you that inner glow in there. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Anne says, I am not tired of buttons. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't know how you could get tired of buttons, but you know, it's possible, I guess. It's possible. Um, I think this is the biggest button of the evening. Maybe the biggest button we've done. I don't know. There are 3 of these big buttons available. HFL5. And it is a big button. Look at that. Look at that button. Look how big that button is. Tremendous. Um, Beautiful dragonfly on there too. Sorry, my bag is getting mixed up here. Let's get this right. This button is 41 millimeters and it's only what? $14. I told you these are old prices. There is no way that normally we would have a button this big in vintage check with a metal shank and be charging you $14 plus 10% off if you've not opted out. So this is a stunning button. This is just even a collector piece. Like it's just beautiful. Look at the hand painted dragonfly. Really pretty. Great price. Andrew says the shading on the painting is beautiful, right? These are so beautifully painted. Sandra says, I never know what to do with buttons. Anne says the big ones would make pretty pendants. Yes, they would. See, that's the thing you can do with them. Turn them into a pendant. Buttons are great for toggles. So make a beaded loop, for example, and use them as a toggle, especially some of the smaller size. Andrew says, I used to make an easy design with this using hand-dyed silk. Super easy. We've just sold 1 of the 3 5s that we have available. We've sold 1 of the 2 4s that we have available. All of the 3s are still surprisingly available. I don't understand it. This is my favorite button, I think, so far. But hey, you know, we've all got our favorites and our reasons, our reasons for buying what we buy, right? Andrew said the silk is nice because it doesn't wear the paint off. Oh, that's a good idea too, right? Anne says Lena sent me cool tutorials about how to use the shank ones for earrings. Oh, that's cool. I like when you all share stuff together. It's so nice. It's so nice. Such a good vibe. This is 13, and I've got 3 of these. Andrew says 3 matches your eyes. I know, it's probably why I like it. It's like my eye color. That green, hazily kind of color. My eyes used to be more hazel. I think over the years they've become a little bit more green. Andrew says you can probably use that big one as a bolo. It's big enough. Probably, yeah. I mean, that's a big button. Like if you do that in, I don't know what that is in inches. What is that in inches? That's 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 inches. That's a big one. All right. HFL 6. Oh, Ava says, have a good evening. I'm beat. Love you. Love you back, Ava. Have a good evening. Get some rest. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us for a little bit. It was great to see you again. Hopefully, we'll see you in person sooner than later this time, right? Not as long as last time, that's for sure. All right. Look at this. How is this only 13? How is this one 13 and this one is 16? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that's what it is. That's what it is, y'all. I don't know how that happens. Look how beautiful. Hand painted. I think it's because of the silver on this one. That's my guess. The one has real gold. So that's real gold in there. Got the real gold in the backing. This one has the metallic backing. So there's the pricing difference. Andrew can tell you. But beautiful, beautiful buttons. And this is HFL6. This is about a 30.5 millimeter button. I've got 3 of those only, $13 each. HFL7. It's got the real gold in there. It's got the real gold. That's how you know. It's quality, y'all. Quality. We've still got some of each of these available. And we've got about 3 more buttons to show you, and then we're going to move off of buttons. All right, so gold is over $4,000 an ounce right now, says Andrew. So how much is that button really worth? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know. All right. HFL 7, $12 on this one. Look at the beautiful painting on that. Hand painted design, metal shanked button, dragonfly. And this one is again, you can get that about 31 millimeters. And it says, I need one of those big ones with a cat on it. How don't we all? Don't we all? Andrew says, at least double, I imagine. Right? That button should be worth double for sure. For sure. This one too, for its size. All right. And then HFL8. Let's see what we've got coming up next. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these ones. And these ones are going to be $9. Andrew says, I didn't see any jumbo cats. If we would have seen jumbo cats, we would have been buying the jumbo cats. Believe me. We would have been buying lots of jumbo cats. And says, I like 4 and 5. The colors are so spring and summer. Oh, those nice, beautiful pinkies, pink ones. Yeah. I think these are all very springy colors, spring summer colors. Sanders says gold is supposed to be $5,000 by the end of 26. Oh no. Oh no. HFL 8 is this one. $9 each. This is like the first one, but instead of the red, it has the purple and two-tone purple. And I think because it's two-tone, that gives you the kind of extra dollar in there. Andrew says, where did you put my matte medium? It's on the kitchen floor with my juice that I didn't get in the fridge yet. There's not much left in that bottle. You're going to have to order another bottle soon. This is the glass shanked, self-shanked button. Beautiful dual color butterfly. Susan says, what? Yeah, gold, getting wild. This is about a 27 millimeter button, HFL8, $9. Check my junk. I just want to make sure no one's going in there because I haven't checked my email today. Okay, we're all good there. And HFL9, the last, I just heard a rumble outside the door. The last button of the evening. These are $7 each, and there are 3 of them available. We just sold one of the 8. Thank you so much. Oh, this one's dang pretty. HFL9 is this one. Look at that. The color is done on the inside and that glass is put over top. So it's like a flower. And then the glass with the little bumpy flower design is put over top of the painted portion. It is so pretty. It is to me I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, Christmassy. It reminds me of Christmas time and poinsettia, right? Number 9, winter holiday vibes for me, says Susan, right? I can't not say it because it does definitely remind me of the winter. Wintertime holidays. But it could be other things, but that's what people are probably going to see, right? You all see that. That's what you saw right away, probably. It could be summer, right? Nice, pretty red flower, little red poppy or something, but that's not what you see when you see it. You're going to see the holidays. And it says I think of Christmas right away too, but depending on what you put it with, could read summer garden. Exactly. Yeah. It would highly depend. You're right, Anne. I think if you put it with the right thing, it could be summer garden. But by itself, the way it is, it's almost, I mean, the edges are almost looking snowflakey to me, like in that kind of that golden luster that it has, golden snowflakes. Yeah. So, but it's beautiful. Where are you going to find that? I don't know. Here at that price, $7. What? Andrew says, it's good that you saw Christmas because that's why I picked it. We only have one of these left. 2 of them have sold so far. Nope, they're all gone. Thank you so much. All of those are gone. Gone, gone, gone. Thank you all so much. All right, let me take a few moments here to clear things off. As of this moment right here, there is still at least one of everything showing. If you would like to grab them, that is now's the time to do it. If you have any questions about any of them, you can ask in the comments. If you're looking for sizes or if you missed something, I'll be happy to do that now. But I'm going to start putting these away, and we're going to move on. Do you all want to do pendants? Are you all interested in more gemstone pendants? Many of them are going to be similar to some that we've already seen. There are a few that are, a little different. Are you interested in that? Or do you want to move directly into new strands? I'll let you choose. It's Friday night. You let me know. It's a choose your own adventure here tonight. Would you like to move directly into check glass strands, or are you interested in the gemstone pendants again? Let me know. Susan's more interested in check glass strands. Okay. Anybody else have an opinion? It's going to be kind of majority rules here tonight. I might do, there's another vote for strands. All right. No particular preference, says Suzanne. Okay. So far, strands are winning out. Anybody else want to speak up? Let me know. If we do one over the other first, and maybe at the end we'll move into some of the other, we'll see. Just wanted to see where you're all thinking of, what you're all thinking about right now. Andrew says, I think you should show some of the pendants because there's some good ones. Maybe don't do as many. Okay, maybe we'll do the pendants. How about we reverse it a little bit? I'll do some strands first, and then we'll pause for the strands and do some pendants, and then we'll go back into strands. How about that? Think that about that? And or Diane's voting for pendants. Okay, so we have a vote for pendants. Okay. It sounds like I should do a little bit of both. So I think I'll start, since we did some buttons, I think I'll go into some strands, and then we'll pause on the strands and we'll go into some some pendants. And then maybe depending on how things go, if it looks like the pendants are selling, we'll keep doing pendants. And if it looks like people wanted the strands more, we'll go back into strands. That's how we'll do it. We'll show you a little bit of everything though tonight. Because there are nice pendants. Just because they're similar in some cases to the ones we've had already doesn't mean they're the same, right? That's because the gemstones are all different. Gemstones are all different. So they have different patterns. And as you know, if you've been following along, the pendants have some really amazing patterns in some of these. I'm kind of overjoyed with the pendants. And the deal we're able to give on those, it's kind of exceptional, I think. Andrew says, plus the gemstones are such a good deal. They really are. They really, really are. And so we want to make sure that you all, as some of our most loyal and most biggest supporters, get your chance to get these before we release them in other places. Okay. All right. Buttons away. Now, H, F, L, 10. Let's move into some strands first. We'll do some strands, and then we'll play around with some other things. What strands do I want to do is the question. There was some yesterday that I didn't get to in my bag. Some of my very favorite ones that we didn't get to yesterday. So I'm going to show them to you all here. These especially. I cannot believe these are only $14. $14 a strand. And I've got 4 strands that I was able to get of these. HFL10. These are particularly beautiful. For one, they're square. I love squares, but they're like an off-center square. Look at these. They're black table cut. They've got this beautiful finish, not only on the outside, but in the centers. These cat hairs, always. Suzanne says, does the term old have a meaning like vintage or antique, or is it just a catch-all? I mean, old could mean 3 years. For us, when we say old, usually when we're referring to old, I mean, I can speak for me, whether what Andrew says, I'm usually referring to it as at least vintage. But I don't think that that is the case for everybody. Whenever we say old here, generally we mean it's at least vintage. It's kind of our catch-all. If we don't know if it hovers between vintage or antique or ancient. Usually if it goes back as far as ancient, we make a real point to say that it's ancient. But yeah. Susan says, very unusual design. It is. And I love them because I love squares. I was a weird kid at one point. Surprise, surprise. And I didn't like to eat with spoons because they were round. That's, that's a really weird thing to say now that I say it out loud. But it was a thing. And I preferred squares and sharp corners over round things. And so these are, I mean, they're a rounded square, but it's still tickles my fancy a little bit that they are square. So these are 14.5 millimeters. Beautiful strands. HFL10, 4 of them available, $14 a strand. really lovely strands. I love those so much. But that could just be me because well, because of my history with round things. Andrew says old is a catch-all for me. Now HFL 11 is going to be $20. Now let me see how many strands I have of these. I also was able to get 4 strands of these. If you like the black ones, which so far nobody's grabbed them, but maybe you'll like the red version. These, so I saw the red first and I was like, this is a necessity in my life. I may save myself a strand of these. I like them that much. I should just make this 3. I'm going to do it. I don't usually do this, y'all, but there's 3 strands of these available. I'm keeping one. Because I love these so much. And I think these would make amazing earrings, or I could really turn this into a really pretty bracelet. I might make myself a bracelet using these. Andrew says, I love the red. I know, like the red is just so nice. And there are only now 3 strands available because William's keeping one. But I might keep one of the black too, because I think mixing these together could be really nice too. So this is one of my favorite strands of our whole trip. Andrew says, pull off a strand for me too. Okay, everybody, there's only 2 of these now. We should have talked about this before the live, right? But there's only 2 strands of those available now because William and Andrew decided to each keep one. So there you go, HFL 11 and HFL 10. Isn't that something when that happens? I usually give everybody the chance, but those are too special. I like them too much to share all of them. Sorry, everybody. All right, next up are these beauties. These are also $20 a strand. Oh, we've just sold one of the HFL 11s, so there's only one of these left. One of the red ones left. This is HFL 12, and they're $20. We had some of these like this yesterday in various colors. Andrew said, that's my prerogative. These are those table cut little, sorry, not sorry, says Sandra, right? Right? I love these little cushions, these little table cut kind of cushions. And they have that, is it Picasso edge? It's that finish. And it says, oh, yellow, right? One of these has sold already. They are so nice. Andrew says, oh, the mustard yellow, right? They're so pretty. And yellow is not a color you're going to get a lot of glass in, right? It's giving me a corn vibe, says Andrew. They're just so nice. Still getting used to having both lights up here, y'all. We're so fancy. Very autumnal, says Susan, right? This would blend well with all that carnelian you might have, or some of those browns, ambers. Ooh, put some amber with this. Some amber spacers in between, maybe. Ooh, that'd be so pretty. So we've sold one of these. We've got 2 of them left. We've only got 1 of the 11 left. We still got all 4 of the 10 so far. I might take, you know what? I'm taking one because my luck would be is I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to want to pair those 2 together. And I know that. I know I'm going to want to play around with both those colors together. And I may as well just do it because they play off of each other so well. HFL 13. All right. These are $14 each, and there are 3 of them. I love these. These are a matte nugget in that kind of ambery clear look. A little bit of brown, yellow, amber kind of color to them, but a matte check glass nugget. Super cool, unusual, HFL 13. And these are about 12 and a half, 12.7, 13. 13, about 13 at the largest. 13 millimeters, that's final answer. 13 millimeters. They really capture the light well. Like, they're just so nice. And again, kind of on the autumnal side of things or wintry side of things. That's HFL 13. HFL 14. Oh, only one of these. Only one of these. $14. And it says these glass strands do not disappoint. I have some of mine in person. Nice. Yeah, some of your probably showed up already, right? I think I put some in that box. I told you I'm really getting more and more caught up on shipping. I know I keep saying it that I'm trying to, but I am getting more and more caught up. Some of the packages that have gone out recently are pretty up to date on some of these things. This one, I've only got one strand of these. These are larger faceted rounds. Look at that beautiful color. Oh, look at that one, that particular one. Super beautiful. Susan says, stop. My bead budget is on life support, lol. Suzanne says, this is excellent news. Yeah, I'm trying, right? One strand of this only, HFL 14, $14. These beads, I know you're going to ask what size, right? These are 15 and a half millimeters. 15 and a half millimeters. HFL 15. Let's see what we have next for you. Who doesn't like white? White matte glass coming up. What? Not only is it white matte glass, but they're cubes and they're large. Look at that. White matte glass cubes. I know some of y'all like those odd, particularly weird white beads, and I think these fit the bill for that. These are definitely very, very different. They look like sugar cubes, right? 11 millimeters. Look at that. Super, super cool. HFL 15. We just had to have those because, well, they're just too pretty. They're too cool. Like teeth, if teeth were cube shaped, right? They look like a sugar cube. Like how many sugars do you want in your tea? Andrew says, how many strands of the white? 3. We've only got 3. Do we have 2, Andrew? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Do we have 2 strands of the white only? All right, HFL 10. I'll give you one last look at these before I put them away. One last look. Andrew does want one. So we've only got 2 of these now. They're really unusual. It's not something you see often, those big cubes. And in white. Yeah. Okay. So 10 is going away. Still have some of those available. Soon just went to the dentist today. Have teeth cleaning vibes in mind. That's funny. Sugar cubes pair with a coffee cup pendant, right, Anne? Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Coffee cup, teacup pendant. Um, who is it that does the really cute teacup sometimes? Our friend Allison used to collect her stuff, and I can't think of her name. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Or T, says Andrew, right? Why can't I think of her name? The artist that does Jade Scott. Yes, thank you, Andrew. Jade Scott pendants. And Anne says Joan Miller does cute ones too. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen Joan Miller's. I was thinking Jade Scott. It's Rainbow Rowell's sister. Okay, nice. Jade Scott. Because I know I've seen Allison used to have some of the teacup or coffee cup ones. And that would be so cute to have a sugar cube with them, right? I'm going to move these over. We still have 2 of those. We've not sold any of the 13s, surprisingly. We've not sold the 14, and Andrew has taken one of the 15s. I'm just going to set that aside over in Andrew's pile, actually, right now. He does have a collection over there. All right. I didn't detach the red and black ones because they're, you know what? I'm going to actually do that because before I forget. Because I don't want to forget that I actually took one of something, right? Oh no, they are no, can cut them. Okay. Sorry, everybody, but I'm gonna sort out our stuff here too. Otherwise, I'll forget that I took one, and then I'll end up selling it later, and I'll be like, "Why didn't I keep one for myself? Like I said I was going to." We're not faking it. We're definitely taking them. Some people, do that just to make things seem scarce. Not here. We're actually gonna take and use our beans, right? Maybe use them, or at least taking them. See how much they get used. We collect 2, right? We're allowed. All right. Let's see what's next. HFL 16. Let's see. For those of you who like the big beads, these are $24 a strand. There are 3 strands available. Andrew says, I think I want to try to laser etch the white ones. Oh, that'd be cool. Laser etch those cubes. HFL 16. Big purple. Look at those. Oh, so nice. Look at the design. Look at the way they've made that glass in layers. And then they cut it away and facet it. And it has that kind of shampoo-y effect. And these are 17.5 millimeter faceted rounds. And they are $24 for the strand. Andrew says, I was thinking of just making a pattern, but I might make cute little faces. And Andrew also said these are really stunning, right? Look at those. Beautiful. HFL 17. What am I doing? And while we have those up, whoa. How about these beauties? And these are only $18 a strand. Got 3 strands of them available. HFL 17. We've just sold one of the 15s. Thank you so much. One of the white cubes. Somebody's grabbing one. Thank you, thank you. And this, look at that. Kind of purpley blue, semi-transparent. And these are also 17.5 millimeters. Susan swooning. Aren't they so pretty? Super pretty, large beads. These are only $18. They are not going to be $18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we were doing these for $2 or $3 a bead before. So that's $22 to $33 for a whole strand normally. So great price buying them now. Plus you get that 10%. All right, I'm going to put 12 away. One more time showing those. Andrew, did you claim one of these? Was I supposed to take one away for you? I didn't. Okay. And then I'm going to put 13 away. I can't believe no one, not a single person, took a 13. I thought for sure. Look at that. Andrew says, yeah, give me a coin. Okay. So you just reduce that one down to there's only one of the yellows left. I know Andrew is eyeing that. Set that in his pile. All right. 13 going away. And HFL 14. What am I doing? That's not right. Oh my word. I was looking at 14 because I was going to put it away, and then I wrote 14. Y'all, it's been a long week, and I have spent all day categorizing tax information. So that's been my day. All right. This is HFL 15. We've only got one of those left. We've got one of the 16s. No, I'm sorry. 3 of the 16s and 3 of the 17s. I'm only showing one to save space up here. HFL 18. I've got 3 of these available, and these are also $18. HFL 18. All right, 18. Huh. Well, you're getting a deal, y'all. Some of these are marked 18 and some are marked 19. So you're getting a deal. 18. I happened to look at the one that said 18. So you get an extra $1 off today. And these are these beautiful table cut diamond shapes. And let me bring this light up a little closer to these. Gorgeous finish on the edges with that kind of almost chocolatey red inside. It's not a bright red. It's not an orange. It's like a chocolatey red. It's a really pretty color. Like maybe a brick color. I don't know. I like chocolatey red better. But really, really nice. Andrew says, the neighbor boy at the cottage mowed our grass. Hallelujah. We have been so busy that we haven't had time, and he did such a good job. Yes. 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 It was so nice. And did some weed eating too, which was awesome. because we just have not had the time to do it. So we're glad that he was able to help us out. Ooh, all right. $11 only. HFL 19. Oh, these are so nice. Look at these. These are like a yellow blue or like an ambery blue, which creates like so many different kind of colors. Like there's a little bit of green, a little bit of gray, a little bit of yellow. It's got the white streaks through it. It's got that beautiful finish on the edges and then the table cut glass. It is, these are just beautifully impeccable strands. For those of you who like a little bit of everything, these have got you. One moment, I have to turn my night shift off. Okay. Just a little bit of everything. Look at how pretty those are. Oh, so nice. And let me give you sizes on these. These are 8.5 by about 11.5. 8.5 by 11.5. $11 a strand. Only 3 strands available. HFL 19. And let me go ahead. I'm going to remove HFL 15 off the board. There's one of those left. And HFL 16, I'm going to pull off. There's still 3 of these left. And let's go ahead and also take this one, HFL 17, the purples, bluey purples. Oh, love those. Let me grab the other ones from the back. Look at those. Whoa. Beautiful beads. Only $18 a strand. Super good deal on that. All right, move these over. And move this over. These are small, so we'll put these all out so you can see them. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, okay. HFL 20. Let's move down into the box and see what else we got in here. Ooh, Jemmy goodness. $10 a strand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands available. HFL 20 are these. We've had this shape before. It's a slightly twisted, puffy square / slight rectangle. But this time it's in this beautiful ambery color. They keep sliding off the table. And these are 15 by 12.5. 15 by 12.5. millimeters. Let me grab the ones that fell. And they just catch the light so well. And they're so juicy. Very juicy looking beads. HFL 21 coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these available at $10 each. HFL 21 are these table cut square or rectangles. Beautiful blue, purple, and white glass streaks inside. With that beautiful finish on the edge. And these are 8 millimeters by 11. 8 by 11 millimeters. How y'all doing out there? It's gotten quiet in the comments. Everybody's so quiet. Thought we're gonna have a Friday night festive night. What's going on, everybody? Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry. There's only 3 of these. There's only 3 of these because HFL 22 are different. So there's 3 of these. And then we have squares. So we have the rectangles and the squares in that same glass. And these are 10.5 millimeters. HFL 22. Anybody still out there? It's so quiet. So quiet. I haven't had a comment in about 10 minutes. Anybody out there? Suzanne's just overwhelmed. Beautiful, beautiful things. Beautiful things. We've just sold a 21. Thank you so much. Anne says 21 and 22 would look cool together, just that shape difference, right? I think so. I think so. We just sold a 19. That's one of these. Thank you so much. How's it going? How's everybody? How was your week, everybody? How was your day? How was your Friday? I didn't hear a lot from you all about how things went for y'all today. Talked about things for us and what we did. What'd you all do? We know some of you were at the dentist. What'd y'all do today? What'd y'all have to eat? What are we having to eat, Andrew? Do we have leftovers? Andrew made these really good egg sandwiches last night. I think they had noodles in them. It was like eggs and noodles and ketchup, something maybe. But they were really good. And pretty much everything came from Dollar General because we didn't want to go down into town because with Fort Ligonier Day starting, it can get overwhelming just to drive through the center of town. And our grocery store is across town. So we stopped at Dollar General and bought supplies to make egg sandwiches. But they were actually really good. Anne says, together they remind me of the Simple Cut gems where every other one is drilled top to bottom and every other one is drilled side to side. I love those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Andrew says, it's going to be a surprise. Oh, boy. Yesterday was a good surprise, though. Suzanne says, nothing much. Taught class, had pasta for dinner. My tattoo went well. Oh, good. Glad it went well for you. Diane went to the cardiologist for yearly. Everything is good there. Oh, that's good. That's good. I always like to hear that, especially with my heart issues and stuff. I like to hear when people have, especially cardiologist stuff. That's great. Sandra had PT and doctors, nothing exciting. I need to record a video of some of my autumn jewelry for Facebook. Yes, I saw your email that you're accepting some. You have a few spots for custom jewelry too. I just saw that email earlier today, right before the live. Andrew says, plus it was late at night. Yes, it was late at night by the time we were done. Um, Susan says, mine was quiet other than the dental visit. Started a new book, made 2 bracelets. Need to adjust the length. Ate the Hub's homemade pizza. Plus there's always laundry. Always laundry, right? It never ends. And says, I made my mom cookies yesterday and forgot I only had 1 egg. So I had to look up an egg substitute. I used water, oil, and baking powder, and it worked. That's awesome. Who knew? Maybe some of y'all know. I don't know. Suzanne also went Halloween looking. Yeah, you get some really cool decorations around your city for Halloween. I like to see your pictures as things start happening. I'm gonna put these away. HFL 18. We still have all of those available. HFL 19, we have 2 of those still available. Really pretty. Only $11. HFL 20. I'm gonna put those away too. Nobody grabbed any of these. I bought 5 of these because I thought they were going to be hot sellers. So, no, I was wrong on that one. I'll just have to use them myself. Make them into this pretty triple wrap bracelet. Add them to my design. I think they'd be really good. And they will not go to waste. Never, ever. All right. All right, I'm going to move these over. Let's keep those on the board. We'll do a few more of these and then we'll jump into some gemstone pendants for y'all. How about that? HFL 23. Okay. $7 each. Very, I think, unusual shape are these. $7 a strand. Love the finish on these. They've got like this metallic, but they're AB. A little bit of a shine to them. They are like a button. A little button nubbin. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call them. But they're super cool. I thought I grabbed a few of them. I have 3 strands. No, I'm wrong. I pulled 4 of those. Don't know how I did that, but I did 4 of those. HFL 23. Very different. Let me try and get a size here. They're about 7.5 millimeters by about 8.5. We've just sold 1 of them so far. Thank you so much. HFL 24. And these are also $7. And there are 3 of this one. This is the blue version. Oh, we just sold another 23. Thank you so much. This is the blue version. Or, yeah, blue. Yeah, they're blue. Super different, I think. I mean, I've seen this before, but not in this finish. We've just sold 1 of the 24s. Thank you. We've got 2 of those left. And FL25, $7. 3 of them also available. And that would be these. Very different finish. Super cool. Susan says, Suzanne, your Halloween photos are so awesome, aren't they? I love seeing them. Oops, my screen's about to go dark. Okay. We've just sold another 24, so we've only got 124 left. And this is 25, which are these whites with a little bit of that metallic blue, black, AB gorgeousness. We've just sold one of these strands. We've just sold a second one of these strands. And we've got one left. 2 left of this one left of this one left of that one. All right. And I think 25 is a good point to pause for a moment. I'm going to cut some more papers so that I have them for lot papers. And then we're going to move into some of the stone pendants. How about that? We're going to do it like yesterday. I'm going to lay them out and give them numbers 1 through 10. You're going to choose in the comments which ones you would like me to price for you. And I'll give them a lot number and a price. And then if you would like to request them, do it just like anything else and send us an email for them. All right, it's a little bit of a different system, but we found when we have a whole lot of something, sometimes it's easiest to do that. It was something we developed when Ava was here, and it worked really well, I think. And it gives you a chance to be the ones picking the ones you want us to price instead of us just always picking everything for you. You get a more of a say this way. So I'm just cutting paper slips, our really high tech method of claiming here, right? Doesn't have to be high tech if it works, right? Nothing wrong with low tech. Sometimes low tech is preferred. Diane says, I like the trays. The tray system, yeah, it works really well. And it makes it so you get the things you want. It's like, it's kind of almost like digging through a tray at a show or something, right? Not quite the same because you don't actually get to dig through. I'm still picking some of it for you, but you still have a say, a bigger say, and we get through a lot more that way. All right, let me put these away. Put these away. We just sold another, the last of 24. I think we sold the last of 25 as well. Yes, we did. So 24 and 25 are sold out. 23, because I have that extra fourth one, we have one of those left. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we still have one of those left. Only because I got 4 mistakenly, unless that's for Andrew. I don't know. Maybe Andrew wanted one of those. Maybe he snuck in another one. All right, so we'll do some stone pendants, and we'll see how that goes. And if people have fun claiming those, then we'll do a bunch of those, or not a bunch of those, and we'll move back into strands because I've still got more strands to show you if you want more strands. Trying to see, yeah, there's some fun stuff still going on here. All right. Okay, so here's how we're doing this again, y'all. Right? We are going to put them out. These are carved stone pieces. This first one is actually a necklace. Um, it's a I think a blue, yeah, it's a blue gold stone cross necklace. So that's going to be number 1. And then this is number 2. And this is drilled across the top. Number 2. And this is number 3. And this is number 4. And number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. All right. And then as Diane is doing, she knows how to do it. You just call out the number in the comments that you would like me to price, and I will price those ones for you. The ones that are not called out in the comments are going away. All right. We will not price them. We will not bother with them. All right. So far I have, I'm going to do it this way because I learned, I'm just going to put the papers out because y'all call these out fast. And I want to make sure I get the papers out so we know which ones people want to see. Anybody else want to see any of the other ones? Call out the number in the comments if you want to see the other ones. We have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you want to see any of those, call them out. Otherwise, I will remove them from the board. All right, going once, going twice. Let's remove these. My light wants to remove itself from the board too. Okay. Let's see. This one. This one. This is HFL. What number are we on? 26. 26. The blue goldstone cross. What'd I say? 12. And it's actually a necklace already. We had some like this that they were Thunderbirds. HFL 27. This one is $4. HFL 28. This one is 10. HFL 29. This one is also 10. All right. And if you'd like to claim those, you just send us an email for the ones. And you can claim multiples in the same email if you don't want to send one email per item. Remember, you can always send one email with multiple lot numbers in it if you want to. If that helps. I know sometimes you just want to grab them all. We have sold 26, so that one is sold. Thank you so much. And these ones are still available. 27, 28, and 29. Suzanne says, I like blue goldstone. Me too. I really like it too. Okay, so I will leave let me think how I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Give us a little bit more room to do some of this work. I'm going to move these off to the side so people know they're still available, but they're not in our space for doing this. Okay, this is 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 'Oops, that one doesn't have a hole. 6. 7. 'Come on, be good. 8. 9. And 10. Let's see, 28, 29, and 27 have all sold. Thank you so much. Diane had said, oh, I sent email for those. It's just slow. That's okay. We know. That's why I set them aside. I'm not taking them away. People can still see them. And while I'm putting these away, y'all can let me know which ones you want to see from this new batch of 10, if there's any you'd like to see. Andrew says, I had a dream last night that we got the Fairfield Street building. Oh boy, you're really in it to win it. Dreaming about it. Okay, so we have a request for 7, 5, 6. That's this one. A request for 3. That's this one. And can I see 1? This is 1. It's soft soldered all around, and there's a hole up at the top. So I'll give you a price on it if you want. Anybody else want to see any of these prices? Interested in any of these that are left? There's this one. This one. This big one. This one. This big one. The tiger eye heart. It says some, looks like it has some sticker residue on it. And then this one. If not, I will pull these away. Okay. HFL 30. 30, right? Yeah. I'm going to do this one $8. I know that should be more, but 31. Do this one 5. FL32. Do this one at 5. I can't remember. I know I had one like this yesterday. I can't remember if I did 5 or 6, but I'm erring on the side of caution. So those are HFL 30, 31, and 32. All right, let's start another series. This is 1, 2. Let's drill across the top. 3. This hematite, big hematite. It's heavy. It's a heavy one. 3, 4, 5. Drill across the top. 6. It's a little unusual. 7. 8. 9. The blue gold stone. Big heart. 10. There's the price. There you can see. That's 10. We're giving you pretty much the prices. Some of these are like $4.99 and we're taking them up to $5. But you pretty much get the prices that are on them. Not trying to necessarily hide anything from you. That's the prices you're getting. Let's see. 6 has been requested out of these ones. Blue goldstone is a wonderful stone, says Susan. The blue one is pretty. This one, yes, that one is pretty, right? Anybody's interested? Blue goldstone is really awesome. And says, I wasn't paying attention, but I would like price for the blue goldstone number 9. Okay, we'll put that one there. Anybody have any other? So far 6 and 9 have been requested. If you'd like to request any others, number, just shout out the number 1 through 10. I'm going to put away 31 and 32 because they have both sold. Thank you, thank you. $30 is still available. That's this one, soft soldered. And it's $8. Okay, so HFL33. Let's see this one. $6. HFL34. This one is also $6. So if you'd like to claim them, send us you still have to send us the email. I'm going to put the rest of these off to the side since nobody wants these ones. right. These are the ones up for grabs. And I'm going to take a drink for the moment. We've just sold 34. Thank you so much. Let me put that away. That's a really sparkly piece of blue goldstone too. It's a big pendant for $6 for sure. Okay, next set of 10 that you can request. We'll start with this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a flashy piece of labradorite. 9. And let's see. 10. Okay. Anybody want to see any of these? We have 6 so far called out. We've also sold 33. Thank you so much. These are really great prices. Many of these are worth at least double the price that we're giving these for. And remember, you're getting 10% off if you didn't opt out. So you get 10% off of all these low prices. All right. Anybody want to see any more of these? Just number 6. HFL, HFL 35. And that is $6. Let me pull these away. I love this one. I cannot believe I have tried this one twice. I tried this one last night too, and it still hasn't. So y'all don't want that one. No, no. Okay. It's HFL 35. Oops. John said 9. Oh, good. My screen's delayed. So that was this one, the labradorite. Beautiful labradorite heart. That's HFL 36. And that one is not marked. What did I do the other? 4. Oh, I'll do that one for 10. That's a low. That's a really nice piece of labradorite. Really pretty piece. HFL 36. All right. Should we do more pendants or go back to? Let's do maybe one more round of pendants. See if anybody wants any more. Diane says, I seem to be the only one asking. If you want to go back to strands, that's fine. That's it. We'll do one more round. Let me see if I can find some more of the unusual pendants in here for people. Let me get a little set ready here. Is this one? That's not drilled. That's a chain that's not drilled. There's some in here that are really cool, but not drilled. Get a few of these together. Suzanne says it's a slow Friday. It is a slow Friday, right? That's okay. They have the marching band. I hear the marching band out on the field. It is not slow in Ligonier. There's things happening right now outside. Let's see. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's unusual. This is definitely very beautiful. I think this is from the new box or bag. The new ones. Let me see here. Do that. Diane says not drilled is fine. Oh, then I'll show you some not drilled stuff. Suzanne said I worked on the Unikite rounds today. Oh, nice. Can't wait to see. Did you post? I'm sorry if I missed it. I have not been on social media all day. I was at the store. I had some customers in, and then also I working on taxes. So let's do some of the not drilled. These are fun then. Not drilled. And that's not drilled. And this is not drilled. Okay. So one last go at these. We sold 35 and 36, by the way. Thank you so much. Okay. Not drilled. Large piece of shell, abalone, mother of pearl. I'm not quite sure. This is the back. Really pretty. So that's one. Not drilled. Two that has this kind of golden edge. So that's two. Or coppery edge. I guess it's more of a copper edge. Two. This little one, slab. Oh, that's a giant clam, Andrew says. So there you go. Giant clam. Three. Four. Five. Oh, Andrew said that's copper tape and prep for soldering. So I don't know if you want that or not. I've never soldered before, so I didn't know that. Six. Look at that beautiful piece. And that's drilled through the center. 6, 7. This large donut. Diane says, I know. Okay. 7, 8, 9. And I was one short. So let me dig through here and find one more nice thing. How about this one? I don't think this is drilled either. Is this one undrilled? 10. All right, so we have 9 requested, 6 requested, 1 and 2 requested. Anybody else want to request any while we're at it? Let me go ahead and put 35 away and 36 away. It's 36. I'm going to put 30 away while I'm at it too, because I think we're going to clear the deck after this anyway. We do have a request for 10 as well. Okay. All right. Take these ones away. All right, this one, old price, HFL 37. The old price on this was 15. We're going to leave it at 15 for you. HFL 38. Let's just do 6 on that one. HFL 39. Let's do 8. I think that one needs to be 10. That's a big one. It's a really beautiful stone too. 40. And it's going to be 5. And HFL 41. That's a beautiful carving. But let's do 8 on that. Okay. So again, this is 37, $15, 38, $6, 39, $10, 40 is $5, and 41 is $8. All right. And I will move these a little over. And we'll do a few more strands. And we've sold 41. Thank you so much. It'll help make some room over here. 41 reminds me of fox. I was just going to say that, Suzanne. I feel like it's like a carved fox. Like its little head, like it's resting. 37, 38, 39, and 40 have all sold. Thank you so much. I said send an email for the 4A request. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just came in. You go ahead and put those away. I wish I could just, since I know you got them all, I wish I could put them in the same bag right away, but I have to separate them because when I do up the spreadsheet, I got to do them separate. It'd be so easy if I could just pack as I go. I like doing these stones. We certainly are. We certainly are running much lower on the stones than before. And it says, go ahead, one bag. I wish I could, but I have to have them separate so that it's easy to make the spreadsheet and all that. It would make it so much easier if I could do that as we went. But that makes it harder later. Suzanne says that would be great. I know, right? I got to flip through the bags to make the spreadsheet. And if I have to dig through the bags and open the bags, it makes it even harder. Unfortunately. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Suzanne says, I've never seen a carved stone like 41. Me either. It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. Okay. What do I have next? We'll do a few more. Let's go to 50 tonight. How about it? We'll go to 50 tonight. We're at 41. We're at 42 right now. So HFL 42. Who's still out there with me? I've seen Suzanne and Diane in the comments. But who else is still out there watching? Anybody else? Anybody still out there? Ready to go back into some strand life? And thank you, Diane and Suzanne, for playing along with the gemstones. Anne's still here. Kim is still here. Susan's still here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all still being out here with us. I know not everybody's into the gemstone pendants. And that's okay, right? Andrew's still here, but his fingers have glue on them. Don't glue up your phone, Andrew. Okay. Next up, these are very unique. I thought. And these are $7 each, and there's 3 strands available. Anne's playing with her beads. Nice. HFL 42. Are these, I can only describe them as tongues. I don't know. Maybe petals. I guess they could be a petal. They look like a tongue to me. That may not sell it for y'all, but I thought they were very whimsical and a very, very cool shape and beautiful finish. Andrew says petals. I know. They look like tongues to me, but look how pretty they are. If you got that on your tongue, though, there's something wrong. Seek a doctor. But I do want to say the in-between beads on these strands are also glass. So you're getting not only these petals, looks like a platypus, Anna. That's true too, right? Diane says that is the word that came to mind. But these are not plastic in between; these are glass. So you're also getting those. So I think that's pretty cool. They didn't use plastic spacers on these, and I think they're just really cool. It's a shape that I've not really seen with these petals or tongues or platypuses, like a platypus bill, right? So there we go. 3 strands available. I can see some of y'all making some fun things with that shape, I think. Even if they're just earrings, right? Just an earring drop. And you could hang something down in here to create like a center of a flower. You have use that as the petal. HFL 43. And these are also $7 each. We got a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 strands. Wild. These are these gorgeous little flower buttons. $7 a strand gets you a whole strand of these little flowers in the little button form. And they do have an AB finish. Let me bring the camera down a little bit. We're a little bit far away on these. There we go. Whole strand of those. These are 6, let's say 7 millimeter buttons. And we have 10 strands of those available. Let me measure these for you too, so you know. These are 16.5 by 22. 16.5 by 22 millimeters on the HFL 42. And next, these are $7. 3 strands available. HFL, oops, I just did 43. Wow. HFL 44. Are these 2-hole pyramids. Somebody just sent HFL, but no number. If that was you, you may not have realized. Please resend with a number. We've just sold one of the 43s. Thank you so much. These are these little pyramids. 2 holes. In this red, this orangey red with like a golden metallic finish. Really kind of a luxurious color palette there. And there are 3 of those available. HFL 44. What's next? HFL 45. Are these beautiful green table cut ovals with that metallic kind of mercury glass-ish metallic finish. It's like not a full coating. I love how they do that. It's on one side. It helps give you that kind of flash through the glass. And these are let's say 14, 13.7, round up, round down, by about 16.5. Love how these catch the light. HFL 45, $13. 3 strands available. And what do we have next? Let's do these. We sold one of the 44s. Thank you so much. This one, we only have one of these. It's $5. HFL 46. And again, we still have somebody sent in HFL, but no number. So check your sent mail if you've sent in an email just recently, because we don't have a number. I don't know which one you wanted. There's one of these. Beautiful patterns on these little kind of capsule-like shapes. And really nice, this orangey yellow, or not orangey, green yellow, yellowy green. 7 millimeters by 16. One strand, $5. We've sold the 46, so I'm going to put that away so it doesn't tempt anybody else. Thank you so much. HFL 47. We've just sold one of the 45s. Thank you so much. I know some of y'all like to go big. So let's go big. I have three of these. I have two of these. I have two of these. $31. Very, very pretty. These. We had some of these in various colors. I think we had purple the other day, if I'm not mistaken. And now is this seafoam green. Such an unusual color. Made again with these layers of glass. And then this kind of funky shape. I said that looks like a walnut shell to me, or chestnut shell, I mean. But I love this color. It's so pretty. $31. We've only got 2 strands of those available. And in size on those biggins, those are 22 millimeters by about 25 and a half. HFL 47. Sanders is pretty. Aren't they pretty? That's a color you do not see very often. And since 47 is such a pretty color, it does look like a shell that would open to reveal a special treasure. I know, right? It really does. And that is a color, like I said, you don't see that color very often. So I thought those were pretty special. They're expensive, but I thought they were worth getting. HFL 42, the tongues, platypus bills, the petals, still available. Got all of those still available, all 3 showing still available at this time. 43. Let's see. These I'm going to put away. 43 are the flowers, the AB finished flowers. Got a bunch of those. Must have thought people were going to grab onto those. It's a really useful shape. Andrew might use it for a kit. That might also be why we got a bunch of those. Okay, HFL 48. These are the gray version, and they are $29 each. 3 of them available. HFL 48 gray. It's really pretty in this gray. They look like they have ridges, right? But they are super smooth. It's just that inside that glass and the way it's layered. You can really see the layers really well in the gray. And it says the gray and seafoam look pretty together, soft. I know, right? It's a really pretty combo. They play well together. Let's see here. HFL 49. Next to last. What am I going to do for next to last? This one. HFL 49. Oops. Only got one strand of this. It's this one. Beautiful blue glass with that finished edge, table cut with these black or deep brown stripes. $20 for the strand. Only one of those available. We've sold one of the 48s, the grays. Thank you so much. This would go really pretty with the gray too. And then let's see, what are we going to do last? HFL 50. Oh, what should I pick? What should I pick? About these. There are 6 of these available. We've just sold another 48 and a 47. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And these are $7 each. There are 6 of them available. These really pretty, these kind of knot shapes. I don't know. I call them knots. They're not really knots, but they're a really interesting shape. And they're in this kind of light rainbow. Really pretty. Kind of a pastel rainbow. I love these colors. We've just sold 2 of these ones so far. Thank you so much. Andrew said, these are the vintage German glass with a contemporary check finish. So these underneath are, the beads themselves are vintage German, but then the person who had these sent these off to have them finished in this contemporary check finish. So it's kind of a blending of the 2 worlds, right? They are vintage German glass, but they've got a contemporary check or semi-contemporary check finish. This was still done years ago. And that's the last one for tonight, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Suzanne says this was a good show to end the week. I think we did a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of buttons, a little bit of stone pendants, a little bit of strands. So hopefully y'all like that. And we just sold 49. Thank you so much. And another 50. Thank you so much. Oops, somebody just tried to grab 49 again. Sorry, it has sold already. Just sold. It's funny how that happens. Some people send their emails like at the same time, even delayed. Um, so everybody have a great weekend. I want everybody to have an awesome weekend. I'm going to be inundated with tax work this weekend. So my weekend is going to be full of that, but I'm still going to try and enjoy myself. And I hope you all do too. If you are in the Ligonier area, we hope you'll join Fort Ligonier Days. Come on down. And please, when you are in the area for Fort Ligonier Days, please visit the local merchants. A lot of people come into town and they think, oh, I can come back to the local people who are here all the time, anytime. But that's not always true. It really does help the local merchants. We know, having been one, that it really helps them if you stop in this weekend. Don't ignore them because they're here all the time. Go on in, check everything out. Please shop local as well. It's great to see all the craft vendors, but this town is kept alive by its merchant community who, are here all 4 seasons, sometimes 7 days a week for you all. So please, if you're coming down to Fort Ligonier Days, shop local, shop with the merchants here who are here all the time, and then go see all the amazing craft booths and all the vendors who have paid to have a booth and are here for the weekend. And get some amazing food while you're at it. Some fair food, lots of good fair food, lots of good halushki and halupki and pierogies and funnel cakes. And oh, I need to go down and get some food at some point. I'm getting hungry. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday with more new things. We're going to have lots of stuff next week as well. That's all new. So thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, everyone, and thank you for an amazing week. Bye, everybody.